Hello, beautiful people. Hello, everyone. How are y'all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome in. If you're in here, say hello in the chat. Love to know who's here with me. I'll give maybe about 3 more minutes just to get started. Give people a chance to get in here. All that good stuff. Hello, Dre. Thank you for coming. Here with my grandma. Aw. Hi, Grandma. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. Okay, let me see. Let me get this pulled up. Excited to post this live. Sorry, I'm just posting in the community tab so people know um, that we're live. Thank you, Grandma. Thank you, Grandma. Much appreciated. Appreciate that. Okay, let's see. She said hi. I could hear her. I felt it. I felt the hello. Alrighty. Alright, so I'm going to get started. Wanted to, so this live was requested by subscriber Nancy. Thank you, Nancy, for suggesting or asking for this live. Um, Basically, I'm creating this space for anyone that pops in. I know a lot of the people that subscribe to my channel from my videos of Manta, Ecuador. Um, I am no longer in Manta, Ecuador, but I am. I lived there for about 6 months. That's where I first moved when I left the United States. I lived there for 6 months. So while I'm not there anymore, I definitely want to share the resources I have, give people the information I do have, the connections I've built from living there, and just create a space where if you have a question, you can ask it. If I have the answer, I will answer it. And if not, definitely can connect you to someone that I know does have the answer for you. So um, if you're watching this live, I appreciate if you're watching the replay right now, then make sure you hit that like button and let me know. Comment replay if you're watching this in replay. All right, so first and foremost, a little bit about me. So my name's Amina. If y'all didn't know, y'all probably already do know. I lived in Manta, Ecuador from September of 2020 until March, September, October, no, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Yeah, until March of 2021. During my time in Monte, Ecuador, I just realized these headphones are not plugged in. Okay, let's try that again. Could y'all still hear me okay though? I'm pretty sure y'all could hear me. So yeah, I wanted to first start the video and note a couple of things. So when I lived in Ecuador for the first 5 months, I lived in an apartment that was not too far from the beach. My cost of living, you can find my cost of living video on my channel where I talk about kind of all my expenses, but I was able to find an apartment. I connected with someone through a Facebook group. If you are African American, I would highly suggest you tapping into African Americans in Ecuador. I will tap it in the chat. Freaking right in Ecuador Facebook group. So if you're black, I would definitely suggest joining that group. The Facebook group was created by Joel Wren, who also does, to my knowledge, real estate. and stuff like that. But just joining the group itself is gives you a space where you can ask questions. You can meet other Black people that are in Ecuador, and that's for just Ecuador in general. Um, Another thing you can join, I was also, if you're not Black, you can join other Facebook groups. There is expats and amigos. Let me make sure I get the correct spelling. And Facebook. Along with, there is one specifically for Manabi, which is the department, I think is what it's called, the province. So Manta is the city, and then you have the province, which is like the state, I guess you would call it in the United States, um, which is specifically for Manabi if you're looking to go to Manta, Ecuador, or another place in Manabi. Other places in Manabi are like Santa Maranita. Um, there's a couple other places. They are across there, leaving my mind right now. So yeah, that is also something you can look into. I'm trying to think of usual questions people ask me. Um, mm, if y'all have any questions already, please leave them down below. Let me think. Let me think. Yeah, there are a ton of Ecuador Facebook groups. So yeah, I definitely suggest for starting your journey of moving abroad. I definitely suggest Facebook groups were my great one of my greatest resources. Another thing that I found very helpful for me was, which I didn't have actually, but I found that's going to be helpful for people now. If you are a Black African American person, if you want to download the Expat app. This is an app that is available on all platforms, Apple and Android. Well, I'm acting like there's more than two, but it's available on all of those. And on those, you can connect. It's basically an app that was created to create a space for community and resources for Black people that are either already living abroad, aspiring to live abroad, or that have lived abroad before, and a bunch of other things. It's a great app. One of my mentors is the creator of it, and it's great. It's a great place to meet people. It's a great place to find out information and connect with people. What else? So, finding an apartment. So, I definitely would suggest starting with joining those Facebook groups. A lot of times, when you join Facebook groups for wherever you want to go, depending, but I know the quality Facebooks that I just put down below for you guys. Expats and Amigos is for anyone in Manta and Manabi, and then African Americans. Those Facebook groups, a lot of times people will post when there's an apartment available, when there is something. I don't know, like they'll post when there's like different things coming up. So you can find things there. Also, you connect with people, ask people, oh, where did you find your apartment? Or you can, whatever. What else do people ask me? Um, my apartment was a one bedroom. One bedroom had a little kitchen. It was right next to Mall del Pacifico, which is one of the main malls in Ecuador. I also have a video on that if you want to check that out. Me and my friend Mary. Shout out to Mary. We went to explore Manta, not Manta. We went to go explore Mal del Pacifico. So that's a great video to check out as well. But so that apartment was about $500. It's in a really safe area. It was really nice. Um, so yeah, what else do people ask me? Um, I've gotten a couple DMs about the queer community in Monte, Ecuador. Um, for me, for me, I met some really great people, including Dre. I don't know if they're still watching, but I met. There are some queer people in Ecuador and Manta. I want to say though that I think it's important to note that you know in Ecuador, family in South America, family is very important to people. And I think it's very important to acknowledge that some people in Ecuador live with their families, things like that. So coming out and things like that is a little bit more complicated. So I never want to come off like people are not out in Ecuador. I know I have quite a few friends that are queer in Manta, but I do want people to realize that it's not the most open because I know there's a lot of people that don't really have the same freedom to be as out because it is a Catholic country. Some families don't support it, not others do. So that's something to consider as well. What else? Um, Ecuador uses the US dollar, which is pretty good. I would say cost of living, so in Ecuador, Peru, Colombia, and now Costa Rica. The top of that, as far as expensive, is here in Costa Rica. Costa Rica is extremely expensive, just so y'all, not extremely. It's less expensive than the States, but compared to South America, it is expensive. As far as Ecuador, I wouldn't say your connection is unstable. Can y'all still hear me? It says that it's trying to reconnect me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Okay, I think it reconnected. It's giving me a notice that I was disconnected. So, with that being said, what was I talking about? So I wouldn't say Ecuador is the cheapest country in South America because they do use the U.S. dollar, but it isn't too bad. Um, hello, Tamara. Hello, Tamara. Welcome in. Thank you for coming. Um, so yeah, as far as cost of living, I would say Ecuador you can get a pretty decent quality of life as far as the cost of things for a pretty good price. Fruits and vegetables and food is pretty decent in price. I talked about. Can y'all? I'm losing you. The internet's bad. Can y'all hear me now? Bit better. No. Uh, I'm so glad to hear you're. I moved to Manta shortly after you left. Now I live in Cuenca. I definitely want to check out Cuenca. Cuenca. One of my a close friend I have, she is in Cuenca. Can y'all hear me? Um, okay. Sorry, I just want to make sure. Thank you, Luis, for letting me know. So yeah, cost of living pretty good. Fruits and veggies and stuff. It depends on what you're eating. If you're gonna be eating like a local person, what local people usually eat, you'll probably find it's a lot cheaper than if you're trying to buy brands and stuff that would be usually found in the U.S. Those things are going to be probably more expensive. Are going to be more expensive because you're paying imports and things like that. Um, Ask somebody else if it's true. Okay. I don't know what you mean by that, Luis. Let me know. Um, So yeah, what else? What other things? Let me know if y'all have any questions about Ecuador, about life there, about Manta. Let me know what y'all think. Uh, so yeah, I'm going to let me see. Also, what else do I need to check? Cultural living, transportation. I could talk on transportation. I wasn't able to take the public transportation. I mean, I was able to, but because I lived in Manta when uh, because there is because I went there when it was during COVID. I didn't take the bus. I took it a couple times. Shout out to my friend Jonathan. He's the first person who took me on the bus because I was scared of COVID. But I was fine. Obviously, I'm fine. But yeah, the you can take the bus for pretty cheap in Monte, Ecuador. The cabs, you can get a cab for anywhere from $1 to $2 for most places. As far as cars, it's important to know, and just so y'all know, like a lot of this information I talked about in my video of cost of living. So also feel free to check that out as well. But I know sometimes like it's good to have a refresher. Maybe there's stuff I didn't cover, so feel free to ask questions. As far as a car, to my knowledge, unless there are some exceptions, but you can't really import a car from the United States into Ecuador. It's a little bit difficult, and it's quite expensive. Also, buying a car can be quite expensive in Ecuador, so keep that in mind as well. But I would say it is reasonably priced, so you can, if you don't want to have a car. Manta is a decently walkable city. I won't say it's perfect because there are some parts of the city that aren't as flat, like the sidewalks a little bit uplifted in some areas, but I wouldn't say it's bad. It's not very hilly, things like that. So it's pretty good in that regard. Hummingbirdies here, y'all. That's one thing I love about Costa Rica. There, let me see. I don't know if y'all can see it. I just dropped my phone. Oh, it just went away. It's camera shy. Oh, now he's back. He's camera shy. Um, so yeah. So let's see. What dish do you miss from Manta? I really miss bolognas. I when I first left um, Manta, that's one thing I was craving. Oh my gosh, ceviche, y'all. That's one thing I miss. So this may cause some like problems with people. I caused a little bit of issue when I was in Peru, but I don't really like Peruvian ceviche. Don't tell like I told some of my friends that, and I told them I really do love ceviche and manta. Like it's really good. So if y'all go to, let me put it in the chat. If you go to a restaurant, it's called Fish Manta. I have a video on my channel about it as well. I have a lot of videos, y'all. Like I don't remember what content I make until I'm like, oh yeah, I talked about that. But yeah, ceviche at that restaurant is really good. Ceviche, it's a very refreshing meal. It's very like I love how it's just like it has the veggies, and I get it with shrimp, really good stuff. My grandma made bologna today. I feel that. Yes, exactly. Bolognas are really good. I really like them like that. A bologna with some eggs and like the is it called ají or is it ají in Colombia? I get mixed up. But there's like this sauce, like not a sauce. It's like this like I don't know what exactly it is. Fish ceviche is an excellent place indeed. Hi Kimberly, hello. Um, feel free to Kimberly's on the ground, so feel free to add anything. But yeah, those are two of my favorite things. Also, oh my gosh, now remembering all the foods there. I really did like the food there. Pollo and ensañado, encebollado, creo que sí. Um, why are you back on Monte? I don't know what that means. Hot sauce. Why are you back on Manta? What do you mean? I don't understand the question. Encebollado. Gracias por tu ayuda. Entonces, I mean, now I'm going to Spanish. But yeah, so those are really good meals. And let's see what else. Uh, encebollado. You don't like encebollado? So that's a problem. Um, so I guess the question here, why are you back on Manta? I specifically when I did um, my Peru live, one of the subscribers asked me to do Q&A, and I'm not there, but since I do have information from living there for a good amount of time, I just wanted to open up space for people to ask questions, and if they want any perspective and things like that. Um, Oh my gosh, yes. Okay. Ensabollado. So yes, I wish I would have made like a video about this, but I went with Kimberly to Puerto Viejo and we had ensabollado at Supacante, and that I almost cursed. It was pretty fuego. It was really good. So I definitely would suggest that. Um so yeah, let me see. Let me know if y'all have any questions. If let me know, if you're preparing to move to Manta, if you already are in Manta. I know some of y'all already are in Manta and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, I'm trying to think if I forgot anything. Just for general, as of today, even if you are, just so people know, even if you are vaccinated, you still need a PCR COVID test within 72 hours to enter to enter Ecuador in general. Um, as of now, if you are a resident of Ecuador, you can get a vaccine, but I heard that the efforts of vaccinations are going up in Ecuador since I was there last. A lot of the people I follow um, that I know are still in Ecuador have been able to get vaccinated. So that's another thing. I'm trying to think what else do I know. Oh, something that someone brought up to my attention the other day when I was talking to them. Healthcare in Ecuador. I think healthcare dentistry, all that type of stuff is really great in Ecuador. You can get really quality dental care, really quality health care, um, at a really great price. Another thing that someone told me that's currently there right now, so she was having a lot of issues with her health in the States, and she came to Ecuador. And she's been working with a doctor who's been really good at kind of balancing. She really likes to embrace plant medicine, when it comes like more plant based ways of healing, as opposed to just chemical medications. So that's something that she mentioned as something that's been a really great experience for her. So I don't know if anyone here has been struggling with health or things like that. Ecuador is a good place to get those things taken care of. I miss I miss my dentist. Shout out to Top Dental. I miss my dentist in Ecuador. Also check out my video, healthcare in Manta, Ecuador, where I kind of break down how healthcare was for me there. You can also, I have the link for my doctor that I saw there. Also, you can connect. I think Kimberly hasn't told me otherwise, but if you need someone that can go with you, Kimberly does offer paid services to go with people, even if it's just not healthcare, to go with you to translate, to get different things needed when you're in Manta, as far as someone that is an official, like no, has a really good handle on both English and Spanish. It can help you navigate those nuances. Um, other environment at the beach. Oh, Kimberly has a work number, so make sure you send that to me. I'll add it to the thing, and you can drop it in the chat as well. Vaccination is quite accessible at this point for many places in Ecuador. That is awesome. So, vaccination is acceptable. I did some research, and it doesn't look like it's really open to tourists. That's another thing. So I won't go too much into visas because I also don't want to talk for 5 years. And also, I would suggest you can go through Equisys. And I think there's another one. I went through Equisys. That was the easiest for me. So people ask me, how was I able to stay in Ecuador for so long? So when I first came into Ecuador as a U.S. citizen, I had arrival visa, which is a tourist visa. So like just when I got there, they stamped my passport. I was in there 3 months, 90 days. For the second 90 days, I applied for a visa extension. I actually have footage from that whole experience, but I never posted it. Yeah, I have so much stuff that I just don't post. Um, but the process to extend your visa. So here's the thing, though. So if you go through the tourist visa and then do the extension, you have to stay out the country until the. So for me right now, I technically cannot enter Ecuador again. I know. Until, well, actually in a few days, in a few days I could technically enter Ecuador. My expat anniversary is September 3rd. That's when I entered Ecuador the first time. That's when I left the United States. So that process to get the visa extension was pretty seamless. It was about $199 if I remember correctly, and basically grant you another 90 days and you can be in the country. But like I said, it does come with the caveat that once you're out, you cannot return to the country until that date in which you first enter the country, if that makes sense. um, so yeah, also keep that in mind. I know there's a lot of questions regarding, should I do my visa stuff before I come to Ecuador, should I wait till I get there. I've seen both people that have gotten everything together before coming to Ecuador work out, and I've seen also people that just came to the country and decide when they get there, okay, I want to go through temporary residency or I want to get permanent residency or whatever the case may be. I've seen both pan out, but I have heard that the best is to contact someone if you are still in the States or whatever country you're in. You can contact Equisys and start that process. Just know you're going to need to get some documents apostilled and things like that, and most likely have to, depending on which visa you did. But that's a whole nother thing, y'all. I'll be here for days if I talk about visas because there's so many nuances to them. So yeah, let me know, y'all. Let me know in the chat. Y'all have any questions? What are y'all thinking? How are things? Checking in, checking in. I'm doing a check-in on live. Um, but yeah, that's that. Let me think. What else? Um, I really look forward to go back. I hope to go back to Ecuador this year, to visit. I really, one thing. Okay, weather. one thing I really love about Ecuador is like that time from like I wouldn't say much of September. September's a little warm, but like October, November, the weather is beautiful. Like I remember my apartment just kind of chilling with the windows open. Um, there's not really as many mosquitoes. The mosquitoes weren't eating me up until like January, February time, but that like winter time or whatever in Ecuador, the weather is really nice. I really love. I think that's my favorite time. I mean, to be fair, I haven't been there during this time right now yet, but it's pretty nice. It's pretty cool. I think for some people, if you're used to warmer climates, it might be a little too cool. What else? Um, yeah, I don't know. Let me know if y'all have any questions. Like I said, my channel definitely is going to be. I want to make sure to be clear that I want to expand it to be like world travels. My hope is by next year, middle of next year. I am in Central America right now, but I do plan to return to South America for the rest of this year. I want to see Argentina. I want to see Chile, depending on how things work. Um, I don't know. I want to go everywhere, honestly, y'all. But I hope that I know y'all are still here with me, but I hope y'all stick with me even past Ecuador because I want to offer the same level of information and stuff in all the places I go. I just did a video on Costa Rica. If you do want to come to Costa Rica, I will be editing that and trying to get it up soon. So yeah, Manta Zeph, perf weather in my opinion. I want to go back. Dre, let's go back to Manta. Honestly, truly, the weather is great, and also the beaches are beautiful. The beaches are pretty chill. Um, yeah. No, I prefer coolness. Yeah, the coolness during those times are really nice. So yeah, I think I covered. Well, I know I covered a lot of stuff. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to cover. Um, if there's anything I'm missing or any questions y'all have, leave them down below really quick. I think I covered a lot of things though. And if not, I will have links to all the videos of like that. Like there's certain topics I think I kind of touched on, and I'll have videos below in the description after this ends. Um, oh, thank you so much. Also, if y'all find value, just trying to plug myself a little. If y'all find value in the things that I give, please feel free to utilize super chats or to donate to my channel. I really appreciate that. Um, I'm really glad that I'm able to take just the experiences I have in the life that I live and create resources and create ways to tell other people so that when y'all are either making moves to whether it's Ecuador, because I know a lot of people say, I'm moving to Ecuador, I'm moving to Ecuador. I'm like, I love it, I love it. But wherever y'all move or wherever y'all go and travel, I just want to create a space where y'all can have information that I didn't have before I left. And also give it from a perspective of someone that I know is not heavily on the YouTube platform. There are black YouTubers, there are some queer YouTubers, but there are not a lot of black queer YouTubers, not a lot of black young queer YouTubers at that end that are females and solo traveling. And not trying to hype myself up, but that's just the reality of it. So I just want to create a channel where basically I can help y'all see the world through my lens a little bit, but also give y'all the resources so y'all are able to take the steps to see it within your own lenses as well, because I think that's important. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. And I think that is, so yeah, thank you so much for everyone for checking out my channel, for the support, everything like that. Also, I do offer, what's it called? I'm also going to be starting a Patreon soon where if you want to subscribe, you can. I'm going to be giving kind of more because honestly, the preparation to create a video, to make a video, put it up, I sometimes takes me hours to edit videos. So kind of more raw cut things, kind of just like when it's happening, those is when I'm going to be posting like behind the scenes things, like oh yeah, I saw this here when I was in this place, and also just to give y'all more of an idea about my life and what's going on and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyone have any more questions? Let me know, let me know, let me know. Thank you so much, y'all, for tapping in, for joining me on this beautiful day. I'm going to show y'all my view really quick. Y'all want to see this Costa Rican view? Here, look at this. Y'all see this? It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful here. Um, so yeah, that's a little lopsided. So yeah, the view is definitely beautiful here, but it is way too expensive to live in Costa Rica for me. I'm currently staying with people, so that's the only reason I'm able to afford to live in Costa Rica right now. But yeah, and Andres, mi español no es perfecta, pero yo sé más o menos, no bastante español, porque yo puedo hablar con gentes, puedo otras cosas, pero es no fluido. Yo quiero clases un día porque yo sé, mi español no es como la gramática de español no es correcta, yo sé eso. Entonces, yo quiero, pero ahora para eso tiempo. Now I'm like embarrassed, but my Spanish is not perfect. It's not perfect, but um, I have learned a lot of Spanish from just talking to people, which I definitely want to tell people that is really great, a really great way to learn Spanish. But I do want to take Spanish lessons. It's just that it I'll just say it's not a high priority because I'm trying to make sure I have things like housing, food, therapy, like health things, and everything that's secured before I can invest in Spanish classes. Invest in Spanish classes, but I have been, learning how like learning as Lord Jesus, learning as I can with what I have, which is talking to people and stuff like that. Let me see. Beautiful view. What city? So this is Jaco, Costa Rica. I'm actually gonna be leaving here probably today or tomorrow to go somewhere else. Hopefully, take some videos, stuff like that. But I want people like follow my every move. But just so y'all know. Oh wow, you spoke very well. Thank you. But yeah, this is Jaco, Costa Rica. And yeah, definitely, if you're coming, that's one thing to know. If you're coming to Ecuador, the main language is Spanish. I say you can, okay, if you're in Manta, you can get by with minimal Spanish. Do you want to? Is it ideal? No. I feel like if you're going to a new country, I think it's important, it's nice to try this, to learn the language. Now, I'll also say this: I think it's imperative that if you want to learn Spanish, if you're not willing to put yourself in uncomfortable situations of talking to random people and like talking like in random different situations, it is going to be difficult. Um, to learn the language. I know for me, the first couple months when I was in Ecuador, I was learning a little bit by little bit, but I didn't really learn Spanish until I started having more friends that are locals, and so I started to put myself in places that, because before I was hanging out with mostly expats, and mostly expats they were speaking English to me, and I was like, why am I not learning Spanish? Why am I not learning Spanish? ¿Por qué tú no practicar eso? Entonces, necesito practicar, necesito. It's uncomfortable. It can get a little overwhelming. That's definitely true too. But I feel like when you put in the work, when you put in the time, it is very worth it. So yeah, we've been on here 30 some minutes. If there's no final questions, I think we're gonna end this live. Drop lots of gems for y'all today. Thank you all so much for joining me. Um, thank you for being um, I don't know, part of this journey with me. I really appreciate y'all. Um, please feel free. I'm gonna have below. I'm in the process of trying to fully convert and be doing my YouTube full time, but in that, I'm asking for some support. So if y'all can, I will have my GoFundMe link below in the description. I also so yeah, I'm just trying to find a place where I can do this full time and find that time to edit all these videos I keep capturing and I'm not able to post. But in order to do that in a really intentional way, I need to be able to, get certain things, getting certain needs met, make sure I have some housing and everything that's more stable. So thank you so much for y'all for your support. On that note, I'm gonna end the live. So sending y'all lots of love, besitos, everything like that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. I'm probably gonna do a live for my expat anniversary, so September 3rd. So make sure y'all look out for a live that day. I don't know what's gonna be, but just I wanted to create space to celebrate with y'all that I've been abroad. I've been out of the United States for a year. Wild, 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 wild. But we'll talk about that more when it comes. So thank you so much, y'all, yeah for your support, everything like that. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace. That was all. It's more awkward when I can't edit out the next part. Anyway, bye y'all.